Thank you everyone for take the time to assist to this ERP shootout. So my name is Javier Ramirez and I'm practice director for the D365 Finance and Supply Chain practice. So today we'll give you a overview from the financial point of view, all right, or from the financial side of the product. So in order to start, I'll start sharing my screen. So this quick PowerPoint that we have here. So what's today on the new CFO agenda, right? And how we can cover it, because that's, I think, the point that we are trying to allow you to see here is from the financial point of view, what are we trying to accomplish with or by using any kind of solution. So as of today, the main 5 things that most of our customers are trying to solve is try to enhance cost efficiencies and shareholder values. Try to transform people, process, and technology. Try to integrate the finance function into business operations, right? So that's kind of key, and that's basically one of the main objectives of an ERP solution. It's try to put the finance function inside the business operations and allow the business to drop all the financial information that we need in order to make decisions. Same thing is build and maintain effective risk management and approach and drive financial transparency. Okay, so basically be compliant, okay, be accurate, have information at your fingertips. So, and also make the work easy for our personnel in order we can have good information. Okay, so by looking at this, I'm going to try to start talking about how we can meet these 5 main topics with D365 finance and supply chain. So first thing is, I really, even if when we analyze an ERP, the first thing that I think we need to analyze as well is this just an ERP or what's the environment that it's surrounding that ERP, that solution, and what are going to be my future capabilities, right? So this is where Microsoft Dynamics 365 Finance and Supply Chain has a really wide open and an extensive web and an extensive things that we can use for the future, right? The ERP is the central part, yes, but it is surrounded by Office 365. And by Office 365, I mean SharePoint, I mean Teams, I mean Excel, Word, right? It's surrounded by what Microsoft knows today as Power Platform, Power Apps, Microsoft Flow, Common Data Service, right? Cortana Intelligence, Power BI, Azure IoT, and several different app source or applications available to interact with your ERP. This gives you this kind of sense of growing, right? So when we acquire and when a company today start thinking about acquiring an ERP solution, they're just not thinking about the database. They're not just thinking about, okay, so how we make our processes easier. It's how we will leverage that in the future and going forward so that ERP solution can grow as my business is growing. And that's why Microsoft Dynamics 365 Finance and Supply Chain has a lot of things to offer, right? We were talking about dashboards. Yes, we have dashboards, right? We have Power Apps, right? We have Power BI. So what else can we add as a value? Okay, so all this environment that it's surrounding the ERP, it's what makes a difference, okay? And also, well, at the end of the day, it's a robust product, C365 F&O. It's a robust product that can fit to multiple kind of industries, right? It's compliant with the different countries. So we are talking all about multi-company. Yeah, it's multi-company. But Microsoft has the regulation in place for every single country where F&O it's being sold, right? So that means I have a company in Europe, in Italy. Okay, there is a layer for Italy requirements. I have a company in Argentina. There is a layer inside my same tenant to comply with Argentinian rules with other countries' rules. That's one of the big differentiators. It's not just US based, okay? It's a tool that works with every type of company everywhere in the world, okay? So Microsoft, at the end of the day, it's keeping and keeps doing investments of millions of dollars every year to make this tool grow with the market. Um, Areas of investments, and I think today the focus is finance. Yeah, but I don't want to lose the chance to tell you what are kind of the main areas of the investments that Microsoft is doing with D365 F&O. So first thing, the industries, as I was showing you, manufacturing, retail companies, service industries, public sector, distribution. Uh, so those are kind of the main companies that we are hitting. Okay, manufacturing, any type of manufacturing, it's not just discrete manufacturing, right? It's discrete, it's process manufacturing, it's lean manufacturing, retail. Well, we have a lot of different options to create the stores, to have catalogs inside F&O, service industries, any type of service industry. We have project management that can fulfill almost any type of company. Okay, public sector and distribution. Well, yep, those are all also industries that we can tackle with D365 finance and supply chain. Areas, specific areas, well, we have budgets and forecasting, project accounting, invoicing, fixed assets, ARs, accounts receivable, general ledger, payables, cash and bank, credit, expenses, expense management, even in today's world, there are a couple of really good tools doing expense management. Well, F&O in our customers, we've substituted, we have been substituting those additional softwares when our customers implement F&O. So expense management, inventory, costing, master planning, MPS, MRP, okay, product information, production, transportation, warehousing management with capabilities of voice speaking, with capabilities of automatic waiving, and capabilities to ship out in different ways depending on the customer, depending on the quantity. Mobile apps, so I can perform things out of my phone, approvals. I can see dashboards in my phone. I can scan with my phone. I can create an expense report with my phone. Okay, office integration everywhere, and intelligent insights, productive experience, power of the cloud, and mainly business anytime, anywhere with any kind of device. That's kind of where Microsoft is positioning D365 finance and supply chain. One of the main things that we're going to be looking today in our during our demo, it's Workspaces. What is a workspace is a concept that D365 has to offer regarding a simple place where or a place that can consolidate all the actions that I need to take, all my daily work, all my main KPIs, all my main insights in one place. Right? How I can have those. That's what a workspace is. It's a repository of my daily information. Okay. Um, these are two examples of Workspace. The first one is a Cfo Overview, which I will be showing you live in around 2 minutes. The other one is a cost administration for manufacturing companies, for example, where I want to see, okay, so in between range of dates, what has been the direct material cost that I've had on my plant? How much do I have direct manufacturing, which means labor? How much do I have for indirect costing, right, which is my indirect and that orange bar. So can we handle all those things? Can we handle overheads? Can we handle based on the labor? Can we handle machine time? Can we handle human time? How can we handle cost of direct materials? Yes. How we can see easily what's the variation between the estimations and the real numbers? Well, you just have that kind of insight. So now let's take a look at what D365 F&O is. I'm going to start sharing my web browser. So as the other two solutions that we've been looking today, it's cloud-based, right? Cloud-based, multi-entity. So we have an option to have your different legal entities in different geographical places of the globe, right? So it's one single tenant, so there's no need to purchase different tenants by country, right? So we have this. My main screen is what are my insights right now as once every time I log in, what are the insights that I need to know? Okay, so I have workflows, I have some reports, right? I have some links here. So important stuff is, okay, workflows. Yeah, I can see what it's assigned to me, right? And I can see here that I need to approve purchase orders, purchase requisitions, who created, who's sending this, information about, if I go and drill down, I can see more information about this purchase order, right? That's basically all the different workflows, all the different approvals that I need to do just in a glance, right? So in a blink of an eye, I can have that. I want to go back, I just basically can go and click here. And I will start navigating, right? So it's navigation, it's in navigation. So now let's talk about what we were saying about the insights. So just as the other tools, by insights, for example, and by role, I can have right now a CFO overview role. And this is the information that that out of the box we have, just as in our other solutions. Those are pre-built. Okay, so I can start analyzing what is my revenue, right? I can just expand this because this is Power BI. I want to see the detail of this revenue, right? I can make a right click here and I can say drill through. Okay, sales by customer, right? So this is going to give me the insight of how many customers. So this is 2020, how I can play with my filters, same thing. So I can say, you know what, this date I want for every year. And then the system is going to start loading the information by customer across different years and across different quarters. So that's part of what we can see. So let's just wait a second so it loads. I think it's loading data from 2015. Okay, and in the meantime, let's say I don't want to wait, right? I want to go and start looking for other things. So since today it's a financial overview, I will be showing which ones are the financial reports that we have out of the box. Okay, so out of the box, we have different or several financial reports such as the rolling quarter income. So this gives us a chance to restrict the access for designing for the users, right? So we can run, we can view. So let's say this is my financial report. Okay, so I have a rolling quarter income statement by default. Okay, what we can do, we can export this information at which level, financial, accounting, or transaction level, right? So let's say I want to have all the data that it's including this $25,000 and I want to manage it in an Excel. So I just want to show you how this is integrated. See here, when I want to export this, the system asks me, okay, do you want to send it to OneDrive, to SharePoint? So again, it's integrated with Microsoft Office, right? So this is going to start exporting and now I can open it on an Excel spreadsheet. All right, so I'm going to start sharing the Excel spreadsheet that it's opening. And in here, for example, I have that main view, but I also have by account, right, by department, by cost center. I have my main account, my business unit here. And if I go even further, I have all the different vouchers that were generated, right? So this is something that I can export easily to Excel, okay? Or this is something that I can work inside the ERP, right? So I can come here, make a click, right? I can come here and keep drilling down. I want to see and open the account transactions. This is going to take me to the voucher that was generating this, right? Hey, I want to really see and I want to get through the original document from here. I want to see the sales order. Good. This is a project invoice. Let's take a look at the details, right? So drilling down capabilities, this is going to take you from the financial to the operation, right? So I'm saying that this was built to this customer. This is the project ID. This is the amount of the invoice line. Okay, I can start looking for other information here. So its drilling capabilities are really strong, starting from a financial report, right? Going back to the sales by customer that we were talking about. So for example, you have here Adventure Works or Cave Wholesales. This customer make me earn $200,000 in the Q1 of 2015, $260,000 in the same Q but for 2016 and 15, and something is going on. What happened in 2017 with this customer? So this kind of information is the one that it's the one that's going to allow you to start taking decisions. What happened with these guys, which were one of your biggest customers during these 2 years? How can you improve what you can do in order to set them back where they were, right? So information this way, without reporting, without run reports, without taking more than 5 minutes, 3 minutes having it, that's what F&O has to offer. Uh, that's from the CFO overview point of view. So same thing. If I go back to my financial overview tab, I can analyze expenses. I have, or D365 has the cash flow here. Do we want to see cash flow forecast, inflows and outflows? Okay. Cash flows forecast can be based on what I'm going to be selling by product, by customer, right? By chain. So we can define all those types of processes. Where is your cash flow coming? Okay, and also from your forecast demand or your procurement forecast, what's going to be your expense cash flow, your expected cash flow in the future, right? So at the end of the day, we compile all the information like this. On the bottom, you have different options here, okay? You have the detail, free text invoices, companies, accounting names, vouchers, so you can see the real stuff, you can see the daily forecast summary. All these dashboards are out of the box, okay? So there's nothing, once you start dropping information, these dashboards start running and filling out, okay? So this is from the cash overview, is how much money do you have by company, right? I don't even need to go company by company. I have all the information here. See how much money do I have here in USMF, right? What's how much money do I have in USSI? And all these dashboards start moving all the way around, okay? So that's the kind of information that we can have from the finance perspective and the finance point of view from the cash flow area, okay? Another really important area for the finance guys, customer credit and collections. You know, it's like all the time we think about aging reports, all the time we think about printing reports, okay? What if you can have that detail by customer, right? By company in one same screen, right? By accounting currency, okay? What if you can see, okay, so what are my open activities? How many customers are over the credit limit? I have 5 customers here. How many sales orders are on hold? How many collection letters have not been posted? What's the balance by status? Promise to pay, promise to be broken, disputed, right? What's the red, which ones are my customers with red flags, right? So all these just in one screen, right? So I can say I want to see age balances. You can just make a click and the system will give you the aging, right? So this is going to give you balance due, 180, 60, 30. What's your bucket, right? What's your aging period definition, okay? Do we want to email a statement for this customer? Let's just make a click, email statement, okay? So with the due date as of this, I'm going to hit OK. And then basically integration with Office, this is going to allow you to send the email to your customer right away. Okay, so I don't need to print my statement, download it to PDF. I will just open this. This will open my, let me just share my Outlook, right? And here is the statement for this customer, right? In an Excel form. We can define if we want it on a PDF. So it opens Outlook, it added the statement, it put the detailed transactions, right? So that's basically what we can send to our customers pretty easy. So credit and collections, it's an activity that can be performed easily in F&O, right? It's where we have a lot of people as allocated and assigned because it's just analytical. So we can have the analysis here, okay? So other of the things that I want to show you, you see how right now Power BI reports, right? So all the time when we talk about reporting and when we, as part of a full scenario, there are sometimes our customers have multiple and different tools working for them, right? They have Salesforce for CRM, or they can have, let's say, concur for expenses. And then suddenly we want to have the information in the ERP and we are all looking for complex integrations and things like that. Well, that's something that we don't need to have with F&O since we can embed any type of Power BI reporting here. Doesn't matter if the source is not coming from F&O, right? We can have different Power BIs created against different sources. And then if I need to see something from an external system, I can just come here and open the report catalog that it's under my D365 tenant. And I can say, you know what? I want to see the procurement analysis sample here. Okay, I'm going to hit the OK button. The system is going to retrieve that. I'm just going to refresh here, and you will see how that report is going to pop up there. So if I keep scrolling down and I go back to where I was, now I have this one. As a user, I can come here and do my procurement analysis sample, run this Power BI report, right? And this is data that it's not coming even from F&O, right? So I don't need to be switching between applications. I don't need to be switching between systems. This allows me to have the information out from Power BI, and that information is coming from a different source. That's the advantage of the Power Platform concept. Okay, so it's pretty user-friendly. You see, my session has ended. Okay, I will hit start new session, and it's going to take me just where I was. Okay, I'm losing what I was doing. You see how I'm working through multiple tabs, so that allow me to put these tabs in different screens, right? This is, for example, for the production environment. I want to publish production orders in one screen. Okay, create one of these, put it on the screen. I want to publish run times on another different screen. Okay, publish run times on a different screen and just manage it by tabs, right? So that's kind of navigation, make it easy. So vendor payments, how much money do I owe? Almost every single workspace, it's going to have analytics. Now, I have access to everything. Yes, I'm an admin. But if I'm just an AP guy, well, I probably will have option to do vendor payments. And from here, I want to create draw promissory note journals. I can do remittance journals. Okay, I want to take a look what is my run. I want to run a new vendor payment. I want to see how many pay runs are out there that are not posted, right? So I can just make a click on my tile, and my tile is going to take me to the detail of those 8 records that has not been posted. I can go internally and see, okay, what is inside this one, right? So I can go to the lines and I see what do I need to pay. I can have approvals. I can do all the stuff. So from one place, from one repository, I'm going through my daily job. Okay, same thing. I'm going to start my sessions here because it looks like I haven't been there for a long time. This one's telling me, hey, are you still there? Yeah, I'm still here. Okay, so for the manufacturing companies, right? Cost administration workspace. How am I doing by product? How am I doing during an interval of time, right? From 9/19 to, well, let's say this one is going to be, I don't know, December 2017, right? From December 2017 or September 2017 till today, what's my variance on cost, right? What were my more problematic production orders, right? In this production order, I have a variance of $552. What about information of my products? Okay, what about the inventory value? Okay, so transactions, I can have everything in one same space. Okay, manufacturing accounting statuses, we're gonna start looking into it. Fixed assets, okay, fixed assets analytics for all the companies. Let's leave it run there because probably it has a lot of data that it's compiling. Financial period closings. This is one of the main pain things and difficult things to control in a lot of companies, even though it sounds easy, right? It's like, okay, what's my closing process? How the system can guide me through my closing process, right? So I have a status by company. So let's take a look at USMF. What it's pending or which transactions or actions are pending in order to allow me to close this month. Okay, I need to post these journals. I need to do currency revaluation. I need to stop the period. I need to do this. And who's responsible and which ones are my due dates, right? So every month I can have a template of what needs to be done in order to allow me to close as a company. Who's responsible? How long? How much time do they have? When needs to be done? How many tasks are past due? Right? By person, by area. So April Stewart has 8 out of 15 tasks remaining, and these are the 8 tasks that are remaining. Okay? So all this is usability. All this is the system giving you insights about what you need to do. Okay, not all the way around. It's like the old times. Yes, you gotta have your list of, okay, I need to go to the ERP and do this, 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 this. Nowadays, is the system telling you, hey, pay attention. This is what you need to do, right? This is what you have open. And that's basically what we are trying to accomplish. Fixed assets, I want to really know what's my total net book value as of today. There you go. You have it there. Filters, again, right now, this is for all the posting layers. So what if I have a different posting layer for taxes, right? I want to see my tax layer. I want to see my state layer. I want to see my current layer, right? I want to see by company. Okay, so I probably will take this one, okay? So that's my Japan company. And you see how this is changing. Okay, so this is Japanese, right? So language, it's something that as well the system start converting. Okay, so different layers of language, different languages here. So there's no restrictions about where you can use F&O. So cost administration, right, for manufacturing companies. So again, do I gotta do, can I see or can I have visibility of direct manufacturing? Which ones are the materials that I'm using? Okay, indirect, different type of overheads. So insights, how we get into this one, for example, direct materials, audio, car, cleaners, how do we get into these insights? Yeah, that's a different conversation. And at any time we're open for your questions is how do I process my manufacturing transactions, okay? So right now we're just seeing the output of all those transactions, okay? And this is what I wanted to show you regarding D365 Finance and Supply Chain. And again, if you have any questions, please let us know. We're really open and we can help you with any kind of open question that you could have.